Hi children, how are you? I hope you are good. I am Robinson, your social teacher, Department of Social Science from Bharatidasnar Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to start a new lesson, that is central government. So when I said this, the topic, there is a number of thoughts start to raise in your mind. So central government, these are the governments. The central government is ruled by whom? And which are the persons are there? Everything is started to flow in your minds. So the central government is also called as the union government. And then at present in our country we have 28 states. Okay. At the same time we have 9 union territories. So this central government is going to rule by various leaders. How this is ruled and which are the persons ruling the central government, that is we are going to study. Not only that, we are going to study the powers, functions and what are the qualifications and how they are appointed. That is also we are going to study in this lesson. Okay, let's start the lesson. So our central government, not only central government, even state government also, it is run on the basis of the constitution. We are following the country of India, our country is known as democratic country and republic country, socialist country, sovereign country, like that we are telling. So very particularly republic country in the sense a country who has a constitution. So we are following everything through the constitution. So when the constitution was adopted in our country, so in the year of 1949, 26th November, at that time only the constitution was adopted to our nation. At that time the constitution contains plenty of articles, plenty of schedules and few more parts also. And how many parts, how many schedules and how many articles are there in the year of 1949? So 8 schedules, 22 parts and 395 articles was there while the Indian constitution was implemented. Okay, and after that, now at present, now also we are following the Indian constitution. So now how many parts, how many schedules and how many articles are there? At present we have 12 schedules. So in the year of 1949 we had 8, but at present we have 12. And in the time of 1949 we had 22 parts, but now we have 25 parts. And here 395 articles was there, but now 470 articles are there. So everything is happened, everything is going with the help of only the constitution. So in constitution only they mention all the powers, functions, everything about the leaders and how the central government should run, that is mentioned in the constitution. How the state government should run, that is also mentioned in the Indian constitution. From article wise we are going to study. So already I told you that we are going with the help of the Indian constitution only. So in constitution only they mention here. In constitution article 52 to 78 they mention how the central government should run. Yes, I told you there is a number of parts are there. In the parts of 5 in Indian constitution they mention about the central government. Okay, and after that I told you that the Indian government is republic government, democratic government, sovereign country. Okay, like that. So in our constitution they mention we are following central government should be a democratic form of government. That is very, very important. So democratic, people elected representatives. Okay, under the people elected representatives only the government should run. So that is the one. Last one, the central government is run on the basis of 3 wings. All the powers which is held by these three wings only. What are they? We have to know that. So the first wing, that is executive. So first one is executive, second one is legislative. Third one, that is judiciary. So these are the three wings are very important for run the central government. And after that, we are going to see what are the persons, which are the persons who plays an important role in the executive powers. Actually, I wanted to say the person's name. First person who is in the executive power, that is president. So president is the first person, and after that vice president is the next executor, third one prime minister, and last one, that is a council of ministers. So these are the persons who are the responsible for the executive. Okay, among that, first person, the president. How the president is going to be elected, what are the power he possesses, that is we are going to study. Here you could see the picture. Of course, you are familiar about this person. He is the at present president of India. So 14th president. 14th president of India, that is Mr. Ramnath Kovind. Mr. Ramnath Kovind is the 14th president of our country. And what are the importance he has? Okay, I should not say he only, he and she, but at present male only. So Mr. Ramnath Kovind is the 14th president. What are the importance he played in the central government? That is we are going to discuss. So first one, the person president, he is the nominal executor. He is the nominal executor of the country, nation. And he is the first citizen of country. The president is called as the first citizen. He is the first citizen of country, and after that all the executive activities, it is going to be headed only by the president of country. So our country president Mr. Ramnath Kovind, under his control only all the executive activities is going to be run. And after that he is the chief commander. He is the chief commander of the country. So he is a chief commander of the armed force, and the powers, remaining powers, the power he has now, the powers is mentioned in Indian Constitution from the article 53, they mention about the powers and functions of the President of India. So now we come to know that how important person he is. We have to go for next topic, that is qualifications. What are the qualifications he must have? To stand as the President of India, he must have certain qualifications. So, first qualification, he must be a citizen. So, he must be a citizen of India, thus that is first qualification. Citizen of India. So that is first and foremost qualification. And second is he must complete the age of 35. The age of the person should complete 35 years. Then only he can be stand for the president post. And third one is he should not be a member of the parliament. He should not be a member of the parliament. So this is the third qualification. And fourth one, that is very important. A person who stands for the president post, the person should have few more, that is the qualification which is possessed by the Lok Sabha members, that is also should be held by the person president. For example, what are the qualification the Lok Sabha members they should have in the sense, they should be sound mind people, they should not be bank corrupted people, and then the people they should complete 25 years, but to stand as the president of India he must complete 35 years old, okay, and then they must be a member of the parliament, okay, but here the person president he should not be a member of the parliament. So some kind of points which is applicable to the president that should be have by the person president as the qualification. So Lok Sabha members, so some qualification which is held by the Lok Sabha members, that is also will be applicable for president. And after that the person president he has one more qualification, that is the person he should not hold any kind of profitable job both in the place of central government and state government. He should not hold a profitable job. So he should not use or hold any kind of profitable jobs both union government and state government. These are the qualifications of president to stand that position. And after that we are going to elected, okay, how the president is going to be elected. Of course the person president is elected indirectly by the people. So who are the people who is going to elected the person president in the sense? The parliament members. Of course the parliament members they should elect the person president. So parliament members they are the people who called as the electoral members. So we have two houses in parliament, one is Lok Sabha, another one is Rajya Sabha. So the parliament members they only have the right to choose the president of India. Not only them and few more people. The state legislative members. The state legislative members are state elected members. state legislative members. They are also involving for the election of president, and after that some union territory members also they are involving in the election of president. They are known as the capital of our country. I wanted to ask a question, which is the capital of our country? Yes, that is known as Delhi. So Delhi is not a state, it is an union territory of our country. So some union territory members also have the power to elect president of India. They are known as only two territories, union territories. One is Delhi. And another one is Puducherry, otherwise Pondicherry. So these two union territories are having the power to elect the person president of India, and after elected as the president of India, how long he will be in power? He will be in power 5 years. While he played as the president of India, he is the responsible for one important organ, that is known as judiciary. So president is the responsible for judiciary. Okay students, this is how the person president is elected by the electoral college members. I wanted to say again, who are the electoral members? The electoral members, they are known as parliament members, state legislative members, and the union territory of Delhi and Pondicherry or Puducherry. And the person, he can rule a country 5 years. While he was in power, the person, he has the power to rule the judiciary also. Okay, so he is the responsible for judiciary actions also. Okay children, hope you all understood the lesson. Okay, in this lesson we discuss about how the central government is working and what are the powers and functions which is held by the number of people also we just discussed. Among that, president is the topmost person. Okay, most of the powers which is held by the person president, how is elected and what are the qualifications you should have and how many years is going to be in power. That is the things we discussed in this video session. In description box we attached question bank, study material and self assessment test. Students, kindly go through that and study well. Thank you.